Hey, Tommy from the Run Testers with our monthly roundup. In this video series, we basically just talk about some of the kit that isn't shoes that we've tested over the past month that we've really liked and we wanted to tell you about. So let's jump in and see what we've picked this month.
So the first thing I've been testing this month that I want to flag up is OTE's range of super carbs. So that includes the super gel and the super carbs drink. These are basically high carb products. I'm a big fan of taking lots and lots of carbs, especially during marathons when I'll carry my own drinks and try and hit 60 to 80 grams of carbs per hour during the marathon. And these are a new alternative I haven't tested before. Obviously Morton is the probably best known brand in this area for delivering really high carb drinks, and then SIS's Beta range has a very similar range of options, but OTE range is another strong option. So the gels come in a couple of flavors. They are 40 grams of carbs. All the usual stuff applies: fructose, glucose mix to try and make it easier to absorb lots of carbs on the go, and they're good. It's a big high hit of carbs. I'd use those probably for training sessions, but for race day I tend to avoid gels even like this, just because I do find them a bit harder on the stomach, and drinks is what I go for. So the product I really want to flag up is the super carbs drink. So this is 80 grams of carbs per 500 milliliter serving, exactly the same as the Morton drinks, and like the Morton drinks, it forms a hydrogel when it hits the stomach. Now this isn't backed up to improve performance by the scientific testing done so far, but I have found with these hydrogel drinks that essentially form a gel when they hit the stomach so you can absorb them a bit more steadily and easily, I find I get less stomach upset. That's what I've always loved about the Morton drinks in particular. I just feel full and kind of fueled throughout my races without feeling overfull or sickly, which I have had when using gels, high carb gels, but before during marathons. So this does the same kind of thing. It's not unflavoured like the Morton drink, so you've got a blackcurrant flavour and a lemon and lime flavour, which is maybe a little bit nicer to have on the run. And it also has added electrolytes, which is a little extra bonus to try and stay hydrated during your races. It's also just a little bit cheaper than Morton's drinks. It's £30 for 10 servings. I'm not sure what availability is like in the US, but in the UK it's £30 for 10 servings. And then the gels are £43.20 for a pack of 24 mixed flavours. So, obviously it's still quite expensive for nutrition products, but these high carb products just make it a little bit easier, I find, to carry all the carbs with me I need during long runs in particular, and especially when it comes to my preference, which is drinks. These are the best alternative to Morton drinks I've come across out there. I do like SIS's Beta Fuel drink as well, but I do find it slightly harder on the stomach than the OTE and Morton drinks. The other thing I want to flag up this month is Tracksmith's No Days Off NDO gloves. It's a 2-in-1 glove and mittens set. So even though the price is fairly high at £60 or $58, you are getting essentially 2 pairs of gloves for that, and it just means you've got a set there that can cover you throughout the entire winter, where I am anyway. You've got the liner gloves, which will do for most days around in London. Until we get towards 0 Celsius, I'll be very happy just in these. They have the obligatory touchscreen friendly pads on the thumb and index fingers. They're just quite a soft, lightweight glove that just give you a little bit of extra warmth. But they're probably a little bit thicker than just a pure liner glove or a very thin glove. I would say about these is they fit slightly big. So I don't tend to know my exact hand size, but I went for a medium, assuming that would be fine, and just a little bit long in the fingertips, which does make the touchscreen pad a little hard to use. So I would go a size down or a size smaller than you might expect for your gloves. And then on top of that, you get the Tracksmith Mittens, which is a windproof and very water-resistant layer that really makes a huge difference in the wind in particular. So even if it's not that cold and it's an icy wind blowing, and I'm just wearing these, you pull on the mitten as well, and it just blocks that wind entirely and just makes the hand feel a lot warmer. I suffer from chilblains during the winter, so I do tend to go quite heavy on the gloves the whole time, and probably a warmer glove than most people would in the same conditions. And this is just a nice little option to have, this double act, because you can pull this on when you're into the wind, and then when you're running with the wind, you take it off and you just got the liner glove, which means you're not getting too hot. This is a reflective sash material there. You can see the mittens have magnets to hold them together, which is just nice. Always good to see magnets and things, I think. And while it is a pricey set of gloves, it's not actually that unreasonable for what is a very high quality set of gloves. And you're getting 2 sets here that will cover you for all conditions through the winter months. So yeah, that's the Tracksmith NDO glove mittens set, 2-in-1 mittens. They're called something like that. Big fan of those, although hopefully the weather's finally improving and I won't have to wear gloves for too much longer now.
So for my essentials this month, I'm all about fueling, and the first item I've got for you is the Protein Rebel Maple Ignite Gel. Now this is a pure maple syrup energy gel. It's made with maple syrup harvested from Canadian maple trees. That's blended with a little bit of sea salt to get some electrolytes into it as well. Now unsurprisingly, this has a bit more of a texture of a syrup rather than a gel. So you're not going to get any of that kind of gloop that you might get with kind of maltodextrin based gels. And you can get these down really easily without really needing a lot of water, which is a real big plus. Each 36 gram tube provides 24 grams of carbohydrates, 110 milligrams of sodium, 90 milligrams of potassium, and you've also got 27 milligrams of calcium, some iron, manganese, and some antioxidants in there. Now I think they're delicious, though they are very sweet, and you're obviously going to have to like maple syrup because that's the flavour here. I think they're best used in combination with other gels and other fuel products. That's exactly how I used them recently on a 32-mile ultra I did in a 1-mile tunnel, where when I wanted something really sweet, a big hit of sugar, I kind of reached for these, but I wouldn't use kind of 5 or 6 of them in a marathon. I think they might become a little bit overpowering on the sweetness. But I've definitely added these to my list of kind of natural fueling options. I love a natural gel, and these are up there with some of the best that I've tasted. And I've added them to my overall kind of fueling weaponry, along with Precision Fuel and Hydration's products. I've got some Vela Forte products in there. I've got 33 Fuel products, and also the Vala date-based energy gels as well. If you're interested in trying these out, they're $1.99 per gel, though if you get a bigger multi-pack, you can get that price down to £1.44 per gel. Second pick for me this month is another fueling product. These are the Honey Stinger mini waffles. Now, if you're running an ultra, moving at a leisurely long haul plod pace, or you're planning a mid-run picnic, then the Stroop waffle, I think, is the king among running snacks. It's a brilliant item to have in your backpack. Super full of energy, really tasty, something I always look forward to eating when I'm doing big, long days on feet. And now what these bite-sized mini waffles, they're essentially mini Stroop waffles, do is make it really easy to kind of port that fuel with you in really nice, tasty bite-sized chunks. So with each of these mini discs, you've basically got delicious wild honey sandwiched between 2 thin, crispy waffle wafers. As I said, they're thin, they're crumbly, they're gooey, they're chewy, all in a good way. They're not too dry, and you can get away with eating them without need for too much water, though you probably do need a drink with them ideally. There's about 18 mini waffles in a pack of these that will cost you just under $8. Each mini waffle packs around 6 grams of carbs, so they're also a really good way if you want to top up small amounts of carbs rather than be taking on lots and lots of carbs in one hit. They're sort of nice and bite-sized in that sense. They work for kind of little top-ups. Though actually, I don't think I've ever managed just to eat one of these on its own. So that'll tell you a lot about how nice they are. The other thing that I use them for as well, if I want to just have a little top-up pre-run, they're a really good little pre-run snack.
The first thing I want to talk about are these shorts. I got them a couple of weeks ago at a Nike event, and they're great. They're called the Nike Go Legging. They're new, and I think Nike are trying to move away from here a pair of running shorts, here a pair of yoga shorts. So they call them a firm support short. So it's a running short, pretty much. And there's loads of pockets, which I think is great at this time of year when people are marathon training and they're looking for shorts that are gonna be able to get them on a long run without having to carry a belt or your phone somewhere else. You can put everything in these shorts. They've got a big pocket on the back, which I've put my iPhone in, and it fits fine. They've also got these little pockets for your keys, your lip balm, anything you don't want kind of scratching against your phone, I guess. And then, it's the little things, isn't it? This toggle on the tie on the waistband, I think is so smart, because I think on running shorts where you kind of tie them round themselves and then you put them in the washing machine and then they untie, or they get really tight and you can't untie them and it's just annoying. This little toggle, you can kind of pull and you can release, and you can tighten the shorts around your waist really easily, and it's just really smart. They're really, really soft. They've also got these 2 big drop-in pockets on the leg. One of them has a zip, so again, if you've got, you can put your keys in there if you don't want to put them in the waistband. Anything where you're worried about it falling out, you can zip into the front and then put things in the drop down. They stayed in place. They are higher rise. They sit on my belly button, and they're just really comfortable. They're definitely a kind of more compressive fit. They hug the leg. So they're £60 or $65, and they come in sizes XS to XL. I'm a UK 8, and these are a small, but yeah, I really rate these. I've used these on my long runs and I found them really comfortable, supportive, and yeah, really good. They didn't budge. They didn't ride up, ride down, or move on the waistband. So I rate these. And then my next monthly essential, this is a bit different. It's I've always had a bit of an issue with running backpacks. I've always found that they've been predominantly designed for men, and I'm 5'1", 5'1", I say 5'2", but I'm not. So when I put on a backpack and it's designed for someone a lot taller and broader than me, I find that the chest straps are in the wrong place. So they always try and they sit like around my boobs, so then I can't really get it tight without it being quite uncomfortable. And I've struggled with trying to find a backpack that fits me. And I was talking to someone at an event and they said, have you tried Osprey? Because they make a women's backpack line. So this is the Osprey Tempest 20. It's £130. It also comes in a Tempest 9, but I've gone for the small. I think they come in extra small or medium large. So this is a 20, but I think it's only actually 17 litres. And the 9, which I would have gone for, I think 20 litres is probably too much for like a commuting backpack. But the 9 in the extra small came in as 7, and 7 litres when you're trying to fit your laptop, your makeup bag, a change of clothes with a little bit of a tight squeeze. But I really rate it. I mean, it is bigger than I'd probably recommend for commuting, but I have commuted in it, and it easily fits my laptop, change of clothes, everything in. And the good thing about it is it has these kind of tags that let you really pull the top. It like compresses in, so when it's too full, on days where I think I've got too much in here, I can really pull it tight, and it's flattened, so you've not got that annoying bouncing against your back. You can customize just about everything on it. You can change the back, the back support, you can change the straps. There's a chest strap, there's a strap around your waist. There's so many pockets, so many places to kind of store things in it. I've been super impressed. I need to do more testing with it because I've had it for about a month. So I've done about a month of commuting with it, and I just love it. I think it's so good if you're looking for a backpack that you can commute in. It has got this back support, which is hard. I mean, you can't scrunch this bag up, but it really does make running, commuting, when you've got stuff on your back, it really does make it easier. The only thing it's missing is a laptop sleeve. This one doesn't have a slot for your laptop, but I mean, it's got everything else. I've really, really loved testing it. I really rate it, and it's definitely become one of my like monthly, daily, weekly kind of go-tos. It's a bag I grab for when I'm going for a run now.
Okay, so my first pick this month is the Under Armour Run Anywhere Pullover. This is pretty simple. It's basically just a fairly thick running base layer, I would say. It's like a cross between a jacket and a base layer. It's got a zip on the front. It's fairly thick, so it's probably getting to the time of year where you're probably not going to use it that much, but it's the UK where we are, so it's probably going to be cold for a while anyway. But really, it's just quite a warm top, which I've used for a few colder runs recently, and the thing I like about it is that it's quite relaxed, loose fit. It's very comfortable to wear. It's nice for those easy day runs where it's a bit cold, you're not really getting sweaty, and you just want something that's going to keep you nice and warm on those runs. The other thing I like about it as well is, unlike some running tops, it's got this kangaroo pocket at the front, so you can put your hands in and keep them warm. And also inside it, there's a separate pocket where you can actually put stuff inside and carry it, so stick your keys in it and stuff like that. But really, it's a pretty thick top, so it's quite warm to wear on colder days. I tend to use it without a t-shirt, but it's probably best used with a t-shirt on really cold days. It doesn't have a hood on it, which is a bit of an issue if you really want a hood to keep you warm. But there's some nice detailing as well. It's quite a nice design, so it's good for running later at night, and you want to be seen as well. So really, it's just a solid warm top that it looks quite nice as well. I wear this when I'm walking around town as well as running. So there we go. That's my first pick. My next pick it's an expensive one. Sorry. It's the Saysky Cleanflow jacket. Now this is very simple. It's just a nice looking, really thin, lightweight jacket from Saysky. It doesn't have a hood on it, and it doesn't really have any other features on it at all. It doesn't have pockets on it or anything like that. But that's really the point of this jacket. It has these laser hole ventilation sections in the back, and it's a jacket designed for probably around spring towards summer, where you need a bit more protection, but really really light bit of protection. It's not going to keep you really warm. It will just take the edge off the cold if you're going out for a run and it's just a little bit nippy, and you want something that will just protect you from that, really. Sort of jacket that I like, because I get really hot, so I don't tend to wear very thick jackets even in winter, so it works very well for that. It's very lightweight, comfortable, and yeah, looks nice as well. So it's a good jacket to get if you want something that's just to take the edge off the cold, but it is quite expensive. It's Saysky, so it's a bit of an investment, and you're largely paying for the design as well when it comes to Saysky, because the stuff does look really nice, but not one if you are trying to save some money. My final pick this month is one that I really, really like, and it's the New Balance Impact Run short sleeve. Now, the Impact Run range from New Balance is a staple that the brand has had for quite a while. I've got quite a few Impact Run jackets and I absolutely love them. And it's one of those products that a brand has that they just update it every year with new designs. I think they use this one for a lot of the marathon designs and things like that throughout the year. And it's just a really good top. It's a really good running top. It's really nice and lightweight and thin. It's very breathable. I've got an older version of this, which is actually slightly different than this. And it's still my favourite running top of all time. I use it all the time. And it's just very comfortable. But for me, the thing that I really like about this top, apart from the fact that it's very breathable and nice for running in hotter weather, is that it fits me really well. I have quite a big chest and relatively chunky arms, and it fits quite nicely around those, but it's not really tight around the stomach area as well, so it's quite loose fitting around the stomach. So it's a very comfortable top to wear and just makes me feel good. Sometimes I wear running tops that tend to be a bit too tight, a bit restrictive. I don't feel very comfortable in them, and I don't feel like I look very nice in them either. But this is good. It just feels a little bit loose around the areas where I want it loose, and tight around the areas that I like it to be tight. And it's not too expensive as well. So £38. It's not the cheapest top you're going to get, but I've had an older one of these for about 4 years, and I still use it, and it looks pretty much perfect. So just a really good solid running top. And I always tell people who are asking me what running top they should get, maybe for a first race or something, I always tell them the Impact Run series, because it's just fantastic. Okay, that's it from us this month. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell, all of those sorts of things. And if you go into the caption below, you can click a link to our podcast, and the most recent one is about running shoe rotations. So head over to the podcast provider of your choice, and if you like it, please leave us a rating or a message, and hopefully other people can find it too. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you next time.